Hi.
My name's Lila.
Hi, Lila.
My question is for Maisie Williams. I just want to say, Vala Magulis.
Vala Dahages.
Thank you very much.
Well, I also wanted to know, what challenges do you foresee going forward playing Arya now that she's blind and everything?
Well, from the last scene that we shot with David, the contacts that I was wearing for that big reveal at the end, I did it for one shot, so I only had them in for about 15 minutes. And they're really, really thick and really, really wide to get into your eye, but once they're in, they took a couple of minutes to get a bit more comfortable. But then they were straight back out again, so I'm worried if I'm going to have to do any fighting or anything. One, I can't see, and two, they're extremely uncomfortable. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what they write in, because it takes them 3 seconds to be like, Arya fights blind, but it takes me a long time to master that. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Thank you.
Well, at least you won't have to drive a car.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Hi, my name is Jacob. My question is for the incredibly talented and beautiful Natalie Dormer. So I feel like with Marjorie, we finally got to a point in the story where she's accomplished a lot of what she set out to do. She's become queen, not Joffrey's queen, but Tommen, whom she can persuade. Yet in season 5, we didn't see her accomplish a lot with this power. What can we expect, any grand schemes from Queen Marjorie in season 6?
Well, can't say that.
I will say, our cast here they're going to have a hard time answering questions about what's going to happen moving forward. I think that's probably fair, right?
Yeah, thanks, Adam.
You're welcome. Because I tried backstage and they wouldn't tell me, and I'm kind of famous, so. I got it.
To be perfectly honest, honey, a lot of us sitting at this table are in exactly the same position as you guys. David and Dan keep their cards very close to their chest, and I don't have an effing clue what's going to happen tomorrow. I really don't. All I can tell you is that Grandma ain't around to look after her anymore, and she is in a situation, like a lot of the characters are sitting next to me, they're all in new situations where they really don't know how they're going to play their next move. So I think Marjorie's in quite a bit of trouble, to be honest.
A quick question for Carolyn. How do you, when you start giving out scripts, do you compartmentalize? Does everybody see the full script, or do people just see their scenes in their city or town? You know what I'm saying?
Well, everybody gets the home go.
Everybody gets all of it. So they do know, they just won't tell you. Okay.
No, they don't actually. I mean, they don't. Just because they get them doesn't mean they read them.
In a stunning lack of curiosity. Yes, next question. Hey.
All right, my question is for everyone. Who's gonna miss Kit the most since he's obviously dead?
Anybody gonna miss Kit even a little bit?
His hairdresser? Kit who?
We couldn't wait for him to be gone, to be honest. That hair, so annoying.
Hair in the face.
Probably always in the shower, because you guys share like one flat, right?
Yeah.
That's what rich people call apartments. Anyways, just trying to fit in, you guys. Next one.
Nick, and I wanted to say hi to the whole cast.
Right day to wear that shirt.
And I do know one thing that Jon Snow doesn't know. But I have a question for Carice.
Yes.
You ever hang out with Thoros Amir and like learn some cool tricks from him that might come in handy in the future? Maybe?
I mean, as Natalie just pointed out, I'm as in the dark as you all are. That's pretty dark, I admit. And and full of terrors. But who knows, man? I can't tell you anything. Sorry. Bye.
I think he was pretty just happy to get the shirt out there. I think at the end of the day, he's okay. His question to get answered. Hey, how you doing?
Hi, my name's Elizabeth. My question is for everybody. If you could change one thing about the last season, what would it be? Like a death or something your character did.
I would wait for the candle.
Thank you. Thank you. Was that so hard? Was that so hard to take a little bit of responsibility? Goodness. Thank you.
And if she'd have waited for the candle, I'd still have a boss.
Yes.
Hello, I'm Catherine. I do want to say shame to somebody in the audience. You know who you are. And hi to everybody up there. My question is for the whole cast. Is there any stunts that you wanted to do that your stunt double got to do instead?
I do all my own stunts. I feel kind of guilty because everyone else, like especially Gwendolyn and all the warriors, fight and have 12-day scenes, and I have an afternoon bitching with Peter Dinklage. So I think apart from Hodor, I have the least physicality to do.
So every time that we see you pouring wine, that's you pouring.
No, that's my double. That's my stunt double.
Yes.
Hello, my name is Joey. I just wanted to say, first off, you guys are all great. I love the show just as much as I love the books. And I had a question for Sophie, which was, I read in an interview that you liked that very controversial scene, or you thought it was interesting to film. And I was wondering, because Sansa started off as a very naive and innocent character, and from learning through Cersei and from Littlefinger, she kind of became strong. So I was just wondering why it was that the scene was chosen to focus on Theon, and it just felt to me like it was kind of diminished. So it kind of made Sansa basically not a strong character anymore, just based on the perception of the scene. I was wondering why you thought it was. Oh, I'm not putting you on the spot. I'm sorry if I'm putting you on the spot.
No. There's one thing that Sansa still is, despite what happened to her, is strong. She's not to blame for any of that. I really don't know why you'll have to watch the writers about that one, why they focused on Theon, because I was giving a great performance. I mean, they just landed on him, and I'm like, great. I think Sansa, yeah, she has gone through a lot, but she has, developed skills from Cersei and Marjorie and others. And she's still just as strong as she was before, but again, what she's been doing this whole time, this whole series, is she's been kind of just getting by without doing anything totally radical, because that could, totally change her situation. She could die. And with the Boltons, that's a big risk to take, and I think she knows that. She's not stupid. She didn't just think, all right then, this is gonna happen. I think she thought it through in her head. She could have fought back if she wanted to, but she didn't. And I think that's, it's good for her character. She's one of those characters that kind of does her scheming in her mind rather than outwardly. No worries, man.
All right, thank you in advance, our next question actors.
Just wanted to ask you all if you ever ad-lib and if it ever makes it on the show.
Do you guys ever ad-lib? That's such a great question.
No.
Yeah.
Can you imagine trying to ad-lib on this show? You wouldn't have a clue what you were trying to say. You can't be like, yeah man, okay, yeah, sick. You can't do that.
Oh my God, Ramsay's the worst. Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. I don't know who's worse, Ramsey or Joffrey. But I just wanted to ask, okay, so now that we have Drogon coming out and showing what he can do, and I was wondering, so the other two dragons, they're still locked up. Are they gonna kind of take Drogon as like a leader, and kind of, because I know right now Daenerys, she can't really control those dragons, but now that Drogon's out, so maybe he could actually kind of become the leader of those dragons, so that they can actually come out and destroy everyone?
That's right.
You're confirming that?
Yeah.
From the yeah.
So yeah.
Drogon is the leader of the dragons.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
That's it. This is a back and forth panel. You learn something, they learn something. That's how this goes.
Everybody wins.
Learning experience.
Looks like we got. Oh, here we go. Hi guys.
You can ask Daenerys right there.
Hey, here. Well, they probably know the answer to that last
There you
question.
go.
He could just have asked Drogon. He's there.
Is that a dragon?
Yeah, that's a dragon.
The one on the right?
It's a dragon and a man who's about to have back problems. Hi guys.
Hi. So my question, or our question is there going to ever be a season finale that's longer than an hour, like 90 minutes? And
More dragons next season.
Don't build your park.
Have you guys ever considered doing a longer finale?
Well, almost every last episode is longer than an hour, maybe by a minute or two. But there are plenty of options out there. We'll see what happens.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Hi there.
Hi, my question is for Maisie. So I think this season you really turned into like the badass assassin that you've been like becoming. But I think one of the most unintentionally funny moments, no offense, was the whole oyster thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oysters, clams, and cockles.
yeah, not the whole basket here. Yeah, I imagine that's like a running joke now.
Yeah, so I think there's two things that we're pretty sick of seeing is sweeping floors and oysters, clams, and cockles. So
Yeah.
I feel like going into the new season there might be more training, but
Yeah, maybe
more
you're
physical.
lying now.
You have your clams and cockles.
And it was written oysters and cockles, and you improvised clams.
Yeah, that was my ad-lib of the season. I think it made it. It really made the show.
Hi there.
Hi, cast.
Ooh.
All right. Wow. Hey, pretty fun question. What's your worst or funniest outtakes you've done?
Oh.
I don't make mistakes.
I swear a lot in Dutch, I think.
Oh no. Sir Pounce was a nightmare. I think there is a blooper reel where you see a little bit of the experience that Dean Charles and I had, but that cat would not stay on that bed at all. It's a wonderful scene, sir.
I had an issue with the cat in season 1 when Arya's chasing the cat and she's supposed to not be able to catch the cat, but every single time I could catch the cat and run away. And I said, what do I do if I go over and like catch the cat? They said, yeah, but you won't. So in the take, I like walked over stealthily to the cat and then picked it up, and it just went like.
So we had the opposite problems. They miscast the cats.
I needed that cat, and you needed my cat.
You needed to swap cats.
We were gonna show the cat audition reel next. Let's see how wrong they got it. Hey, who's up?
Hi, my name is Maddie. I have a question for Carice. What is it like to play such an interesting, complex character that is largely vilified by the audience?
What's that word? Vilified? Oh, vilified. Hate it. Yeah, okay, thank you.
I knew what that word meant.
Well, actually, it's been funny because I've never had so much hate mail on the World Wide Web
Shame.
But no, I get it. I mean, I love to play this character. And especially last season where it sort of starts to crumble a little bit. And like the very last scene where she basically figures out that she was quite wrong. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen with that in the next season. So yeah, I love to play her. It's really great to play something that I haven't played at all in my life. Like I've always played nice people. And this is
this one is a little bit closer to the real Carice.
Hi there, how you doing?
Hi, I'm Jennifer. I have a question for Sophie Turner. So, Theon is a very controversial character. Half the fans want him to die, half the fans think you should forgive him because on one hand, he invaded Winterfell, betrayed the Starks, and almost killed Bran and Rickon, but on the other hand, he's really paid a heavy price. So, if you were in Sansa's shoes, which you are, how do you think Sansa should feel towards Theon? How do you feel?
That's a good question. That's the question that we've been thinking about all season, I guess, or last season. Sansa, until, what was it, like episode 7 or something, she was totally convinced that he had killed Bran and Rickon. He still betrayed her family.
I didn't almost kill Bran and Rickon, I just killed 2 Paisley boys.
Yeah.
Right?
But only because you couldn't find them.
Well, he still killed someone, so I'm not going to be that pleased with him. He grew up with them. They've always had that family bond, despite him kind of getting the award. But we don't talk about that. But I think they have, I think because she grew up with him, she's still, she'll always trust in him that little bit. Where's she gone? She's fine.
How rude.
She'll trust, I know. She'll always trust in him that little bit.
Everyone leaves you.
Don't leave my life. Sorry, this is taking forever to answer this question. I think Schleichen Bescheißen. There you go. Hey!
Hey, who's up?
Hello, hi, my name is Heidi. I'm Rebecca.
Hi Heidi, hi Rebecca.
We're obviously huge fans of the show, and especially the strong female characters. Who says nobody likes the Miss Melisandre? Thank you. All right, but those wonderful, strong women have really had a rough season this season, and some of the fans have reacted negatively, some have reacted really positively. So our question is, I guess mostly directed at the showrunners, and is, will season 6 more overtly address and complicate these criticisms by showing them as the pitfalls of patriarchy, rape culture, and other forms of oppression? Thanks.
Yes.
I mostly like those guys put so much time into dressing very similarly, and then one's reading off an iPhone and one has an actual tag.
Yeah.
Is that the end of that answer, pretty much?
I think they're trying to, put together the best and most realistic would be the wrong word, but a mix of those personalities in that world at that mythical time that the show takes place, and so things were not great for a lot of people, male and female.
Yeah.
I feel like this year on the show, a lot of characters had a really hard time, not just the women.
Yeah, girls aren't the only ones to lose something.
Yeah.
First season, I was the only eunuch in the village. Then Theon, he jumps on the bandwagon. Then all those guys over with the, trendsetter.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, this question is for Maisie.
I was wondering, since this is your first big role, how do you deal with all the newfound fame and attention from fans?
First of all, look at that Sons of the Harpy. That is great right there.
Where? Get down! Oh, behind you.
I think it's something that happened very gradually, and it wasn't one day I woke up and had to sit in Hall H and chat to thousands and thousands of people. It kind of happened over a long period of time. So I've got a really great family around me who keep me grounded when I'm home, and I'm the youngest of 4, so whenever I'm home, I'm reminded of that constantly. I don't get to sit on the sofa, I don't get shotgun, and I don't get to choose what's on TV. And I think the fan attention is wonderful and something I'm really, really grateful for. Sometimes very overwhelming, but I am thankful every day for this life that I think all of us are, this life that we've now found ourselves in. And thank you guys for all that.
Hi there.
Hello, hi. Nothing cuts like Valyrian steel, so imagine this is my Valyrian sword.
We know what you came here for.
Question for Gwen.
My question is for the whole cast, and I just want to say the last episode was so gratifying. The first half hour, the last half hour made me so anxious for season 6. But what made me very happy about this season was seeing storylines cross, seeing Tyrion show up with Daenerys, and seeing all the characters that I've loved interact with each other. And for each of you, or any of you, what is a character that you haven't met that you would like to meet in some upcoming season?
I feel like we'd all like to work with Conleth a bit more, because he's hilarious.
Yeah.
Just sitting next to him on this panel, I've been laughing way too much. And we need to take this more seriously, Conleth.
Yeah. Well, everybody really, but you won't. So.
There we go.
Yeah. Next question.
Just out of curiosity, how many people in the hall read the books?
Wow.
And how many deadbeats just watched the TV show? Next one.
I have a question for David, the director. If you can talk a bit about the challenges and pressures of directing a show of this magnitude, knowing that every year the audience expects something better and bigger.
It's massive. When I did the Red Wedding episode, it was a situation in which I had directed episode 2. Just following the script, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't write it. I directed season 2, and they said, we want you to direct the Red Wedding. And I said, okay, and I didn't know what that was. Then I found out exactly what it was. For 9 months, I had this pressure on my shoulders. How the hell am I going to do this? I survived that, and then came season 5 and 509 and 510. Oh my God, how am I going to do that? The dragons, the walk of shame, all those things. How I do it is because the crew and the cast are so tremendous. They support you, they're with you all the time, and they really make it happen for you. So it's really the kind of thing where, it's like building a pyramid, each brick at a time, one stone at a time, and the talent is beyond measure on this table, and they make it all happen, and I can just sit and let them do it all fantastic work. But it's a great, great experience, and for a director, there's no better gift than to work with this cast and work on this show. Just the best.
Aww.
Hi there.
Hi, my name is Joelle, and I slept outside the last 2 days to be the first person in this room today to see all of you. I love you and how you bring your characters to life. My question is our family favorite, Gwendolyn. How does your character, who's always unwavering, loyal, and strong, how was it for you to break down your walls and have that experience and bantering and conversation with Jamie? Do you have a preference on the person you are and then that experience?
I found it very interesting when I read the books before, and obviously then the script, about the basis of that relationship, about how we, in a mainstream TV show, we got to see this very unique, very unconventional woman enduring abuse from a man. And then the power lay in the fact that that got turned on its head and the two develop a begrudging respect for each other that's intense and close and doesn't have its roots in sexuality. And I was thrilled to see that at last, and I felt it was a very powerful, modern representation of women, and long overdue.
Yeah.
Hi, how you guys doing? You guys are great. You know, I've been watching you from season 1 and been going on. If it wasn't for all of you, you wouldn't have, the great cast you are. So my question right here is for Rick. You're a good man, even though you do bad things. Often. Very often. But, now right next door, Liam, and then you have Sophie. Do you guys feel like you have, it says, do you hate the bad characters that, in real life when they're, when you guys having lunch or something like that?
What's the question? Do we hate the characters in real life?
Like the Bolton, and do you guys get along?
Who could like the Bolton? They're an awful bunch. But yeah, it's definitely interesting shooting it when you're as real people, and you've got the Boltons looking very regal and sort of absolutely comfortable in this world of terror, and then you've got Sophie just sort of, Sansa being just violated, really. Every other day, and then you've got me a shivering mess in the corner. So it's definitely there's been spontaneous fits of laughter sort of when we're shooting it, without a doubt. But it's,
you guys are great.
Thank you.
You dressed up really well for the wedding, though. I will say that. You looked great.
It was. If anyone noticed, it was Rob Stark's costume. Just FYI, just to make it that little bit more brutal.
Yeah. I did notice, but I don't want to forget I did. Hey.
Hi, I just like to thank you all for the fabulous job that you guys do. My question is for Alfie Allen. I want to know, what do you do to prep for the role of Reed? Like the non-physical, gestures that you do, besides the verbal, stuff that's on the script.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of acting with the eyes, which I enjoyed. But I wouldn't say I have a sort of preparation for it. I think if the energy's not right on the day, then you're kind of messed up. But I would say that I definitely like to sort of decompress on my own a little bit afterwards. And me and Uan are actually really good friends, which some people can't find really hard to believe. And so we go out and just play pool in the evenings. But in terms of sort of preparing for it, I don't really have a method, to be honest.
Hey there.
Hey, my name is Peter, and I just wanted to thank you for all that you do in your craft and profession. And I wanted to ask the whole cast, is there a moment that has left an impact on you from the fans? And I just wanted to, ask you what has been a great moment from the fans that you've received?
Right now?
Yeah.
That's always a good one.
Well, about 3 weeks ago, the #1 fan, President of the United States, actually I had a chance to meet. And he came up to me, he shook my hand, he looked at me and put his hand here on my shoulder, and said, "You didn't kill Jon Snow, did you?" I didn't know if he sent off to Guantanamo or what the answer would be. Mr. President, Jon Snow is deader than dead. That was my response. Red Wedding was his favorite episode, and he kept telling me that you keep killing all my favorite characters, so I was felt guilty as charged. That was probably my most exciting moment with a fan.
Do people ever just yell things out at you on the street?
Yeah, but nothing to do with the show.
No, they don't have anything to do with
I once had a woman run at me with her hand at my crotch level. But that was a great party. No, and I went, what are you doing? I just wanted to check there was something there.
She thought you were really method.
I don't speak to my mother anymore.
I think in season 6, Varys should start doing stand-up. The Marine Cellar. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, you guys are great. Show's awesome. It's obviously an awesome time to work in TV. It's obviously an awesome time to be a TV fan. So much so that HBO chose your show to test a new distribution method by putting the season 5 finale in theaters for a couple of weeks this past year. Any rumblings with that happening again? And for the cast, what did it feel like being a movie star for a couple of weeks?
Well, quite a lot of them are movie stars. You know, Natalie and Gwendolyn. I can't hear you.
As the Game of Thrones characters.
Oh, okay.
Bringing that world to the big screen.
I didn't know we did that.
They sold out everywhere.
Oh, thank you.
Cool.
You meant season 4 when they went on IMAX.
Well, I have to say that for television, they are like 1-hour movies.
Right.
The production values, everything about them, it is like making a movie.
So, Ms. Strauss, have you heard any rumblings of them continuing to do that in the future?
I think that was I think what you're referring to is the IMAX for season 4, and I think there's something that's very specific about that IMAX experience and those particular episodes that really made it suited to for people who want to sort of experience it. Whether that's right or not for the future is yet to be determined.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hi.
My name's Noemi, and this is a question for the whole cast. We have a few houses being represented here, but of the houses who are here, who would you want to see rule the realm at the very end, and why?
Well, it won't be the Baratheons.
I'm up for Hodor. He could do as good a job as any of them.
Straight talker.
Yeah, straight shooter.
Always knows what he's.
Always
know what he's trying to say.
I would love to live in a world where Samwell Tarly is king.
Well, as we saw in earlier this season, I think episode 2 of this season, where it was the election of the Lord Commander and Sam spoke for Jon Snow and put him forward. The narrative thread through the series meant that by the end of it, Sam was out of there as a direct result of Jon becoming Lord Commander. So we saw that was actually an acting job from Sam.
Right.
He knows that Jon is probably objectively the best man for the job, but he also has one eye on his and Gilly's and baby Sam's safety. So you can see that when Sam ever has any power or influence at all, it may benefit people at large, but the bastard's always got his own interest on it.
We only have time for one last question, so welcome. And we picked a winner. Sorry, the mic is not live. One more time.
Stevens as Benjamin Stark. I was curious whether or not Sam would have any clue as to where his character is going forward from here. And they haven't cut off my head or burned my body, so where am I?
So that's Benjamin Stark.
Oh, is he?
That's what he asked.
What was the
Took me
question?
a second too. It's an impossible to answer question.
Wasted your question.
No.
Wasted it.
No question is wasted.
What's the question?
No, that's not. It was. He asked if Samwell would know where Benjamin Stark is. And is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's fairly possible to answer that, as a matter of fact.
That's what I said.
No, I wouldn't know. Look at that, all absolutely possible.
You guys, thank you. This has been such an honor to be here. Give it up, wait. Give it up. for the Game of Thrones cast, everybody. It's very exciting. The panel is going to stay and answer questions about HBO's Ballers. Is that right? Great. Thank you, everybody. Have a great rest